Obviously, with Season of the Witch, we got some new activities, new weapons, new armor, exotics, all that stuff. But in this video, I wanted to talk about the changes that came to some previous exotics, specifically the Knucklehead radar for the Hunter. So let's just dive right into it and go over the exotic and what exactly changed. So this is what the exotic looks like here. It does have a couple ornaments. It's got this one right here and this one, which is my favorite. I like this one, dude. It's like futuristic. I don't even know. It looks dope as heck though. So its perk, upgraded sensor pack, provides radar while you're aiming, enhances your radar resolution while crouched, visually marks targets, deals more damage to low health marked targets, provides a small benefit to airborne effectiveness stat to all weapons. If you want to know how to get this exotic, it's actually pretty simple compared to the other ones. Since this is a Red War exotic, you can get it from any exotic engram that you pick up, get in your inventory. You can actually focus it at Raoul as well. If you just want that exotic specifically, you can do that, or you can also farm the Legend Lost sector when the helmet is around, and this does have a possibility of dropping, but it is readily available. Note that before that this exotic already had the radar while you're aiming down sight. It pretty much automatically came with third eye, but the Foetracer perk actually got incorporated into this exotic, and Foetracer got a completely different change, so you can keep that in mind. Number one, again, talking about the Airborne Effectiveness, passively grants plus 20 Airborne Effectiveness, and radar remains active while you're aiming down sights. Crouching grants an enhanced radar, so normally you have these 6 pieces, but when you crouch it gives 12, just like on the Night Stalker subclass where it gives a more specific radar. That's pretty much what it does. For the marking targets portion, hovering your reticle near enemies for 1 second marks them for 5 seconds. Markers stay visible even behind walls. It's almost like wall hacks. And with the Foetracer treatment, if the enemy is below 30% HP, it grants a 1% increased weapon and ability damage for each percentage point below 30%. At 10% health left, it's a 20% damage increase. Again, just keep those things in mind. Combatant and player shields do not count as health, so in other words, it only activates against players once they are below 21 HP. Basically, once their shield is cracked, that's when you get that bonus damage to your weapons. Obviously, this exotic got a pretty significant buff. It got a pretty good treatment from Bungie, but how well does it actually perform in the Crucible, especially when compared to other exotics like Stompies, you know, the Dragon's Shadow, Speedloader Slacks, even something like Young Ahamkara's Spine, you know, very specific exotics for classes. Personally, I think this is one of the best passive exotics right next to Stompies. Just like with Stompies, all these benefits are provided to you no matter what. You do not have to do any crazy setup for it. You do not have to use your melee, dodge, throw a grenade all in a specific order. You just go play. You go shoot your gun, and these things are going to happen. The third eye is a big one. Being able to have that radar up no matter what is going to be a benefit to you and your teammates, especially if you are communicating. If you're seeing someone coming off the flank, especially in 6s, being able to have that radar available all the time is going to help you immensely. And obviously, when crouching, it gets a little more specific with the radar. You can see smaller slices in the pie, so to speak, which is really good. You know, visually marking the targets. Basically, once you shoot a target, it's wall hacked, so you can see where they're going. So, number one, if they're going to peek you again, or if they're going to go around somewhere and you can get an angle on them, that can be very good as well. You know, the passive benefit to Airborne Effectiveness overall, again, as much as I hate AE, we have to deal with it somehow in PvP, and with this exotic, it just gives a flat bonus to all those things. And then also, the extra dealing damage when the enemy is weak. That is just a huge, huge bonus. Now, I was testing out some guns with this exotic in the Crucible, and the one thing that I remember from Foetracer specifically in regards to PvP and having the extra damage perk is that if you have a weapon that shoots faster, again, slowly ticking away at the enemy's health is going to be more of a benefit for this exotic versus something like a scout rifle, a slow firing weapon that deals high damage. You know, something like a hand cannon, for example. It's already going to 3-tap headshot. So having a weapon like an SMG, an auto rifle, something like that is going to benefit more from the dealing extra damage because you're ticking away at the shield, and once that shield pops, each tick you do is going to have bonus damage for each one of those bullets, essentially increasing the TTK even more for those faster firing weapons. Now, granted, you don't have to use one, but again, that is just a suggestion. Overall, I think this is a fantastic change to this exotic. It's good to have like another passive style exotic for the Crucible, and when I was testing, I actually saw a lot of people actually using this exotic as well. It's good to see when Bungie implements a change on something that is actually useful and actually good enough to actually bring into the current meta. So Knucklehead Radar might be in my inventory for PvP for the season, honestly. But let me know what you guys think of the changes to the Knucklehead radar. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Definitely go test it out for yourself. Like I said, there's a lot of passive benefits with this thing. Then also, let me know if there's any other exotics you want me to look at for PvE and PvP, because I will be coming out with builds for both of those activities here on the channel. And anyway, guys, if you like what you saw, be sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and then turn on the bell next to notifications so you don't miss out on another build video here on the channel. If you didn't know, we do live streams here on YouTube and then also on Kick as well. Again, that link will be in the description. We are mainly going to be playing Destiny 2, so if you run around activities together, whether it's PvE, PvP, dungeons, raids, anything like that, just hop in the chat. We'll figure something out, and if you want to be proactive, join my Discord. Again, we do have people in there talking about Destiny 2, a variety of other games, plus PC tech, anime, and more. And then lastly, if you want to look into supporting the channel even more so I can continue making this content for you guys, you can always look into becoming a member. If you don't know what a membership is essentially like a Twitch subscription. Again, you're going to get access to the exclusive emotes, the monthly badges, and other cool things here on the channel. So if you would like more information, all you have to do is press the join button, next subscribe, and that'll give you a rundown with all the details you need. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been your boy. We'll catch you in the next one. Choo!
Nothing.